Okay, so we are going to see the how to declare variables in a TypeScript. So to declare variables, we include colons after the variable name and followed by its types. Then there is a second way to declare variables like this. Also, we can declare this my full name variable, and in a same line we can assign the value also, and here we don't need this type for this variable, and this is also called type inference in a TypeScript. Okay, so the next is what are the types are there in a TypeScript. So actually there are lots of types in TypeScript. We will just go through some of commonly used types. First, the primitives. It's a string, number, and the boolean. So we have declared here a, b, and c variable uh, respectively. That's a string, number, and boolean. Then we have arrays. There are two ways to declare arrays in TypeScript. The first is this, that we have assigned the number array to the array num variable, and the second is the str array, and we have mentioned this array and opening and closing parenthesis. It's actually a number. It's a number. Then the third type is any. As we see here, we have declared one variable named anywhere using this any type of variable. Then uh, there is a function has actually two types, like two type annotation. Actually, the parameter type annotation, which is this, and this is the return function return type annotation. Then there is a union types, which we can see here. We have declared id variable which will contain number or the string value. Then we have type aliases, that we have declared here the id. It's a just we are giving the another name to our this number or string type, and we are using here as a id type variable, which is id. Then we have interfaces. We have declared one interface here which has two properties, x and y, which has a type of numbers. Then then we have a enum here. So this is also declared like this. We have declared the one enum here as a size, which has two constants, small and the large. uh, Sorry. Then actually I forgot about this. This is called as a type assertion. So suppose we have this string value and we need to assign it to the num variable which has a type number. So we can actually do a type assertion like this using this as keyword. And the second way is using this open and close parenthesis, and we can write the converting type uh, for this string, which is a number. Yeah. Then we have a type aliasing. So the type aliases create a new name for a type. Like we can see here, we have given the new name second for our number type. Actually the aliases doesn't actually create a new type. It create a new name to refer this number type. Yeah. And as we have created this second type alias for the number, and we are using uh, for the time variable, that is time, which is type of second, and which is implicitly type of number here. Okay, so the interface. An interface is a syntactical contract that an entity should conform to. Means an interface defines the syntax that any entity must adapt. Means any entity should have those properties with the defined types. Here we have defined this iPerson interface, which is having the first name, last name, and say hi method. Yeah. So we have seen the how to declare type aliases and how to declare the interfaces. But now we are going to see the what is the actual difference between the interface and the types. Okay, so here we can see this. We have declared one object which is type of this interface person, and it has first name, last name, and say hi method. And we have also declared one type aliases name. uh, we have just created it for a string, and we are using it as a my name, which is type of name. So what is the difference between this interface and the types? So the interfaces are basically a way to describe the data shapes of object, and type is a definition of a type of data. For example, union, primitive, intersection, tuple, or any other type. We can, and the second main major difference in the interface and the type is we can easily extend and implement interfaces, and which is not possible with types. That's the main difference in interface and the types. Okay, then we are going to see enums in a TypeScript. Well, actually, enums allows developer to define a set of named constant, and using enums we can create a set of distinct cases. For example, here we have declared direction enum, and which has these uh, four constant, we can say up, down, left, and right. Then the union. In union, when we expect one of the given type of variable, we use unions. We denote a union using this pipe symbol. Here we can see this in example. We have defined one type for payway, and we have different options for payway, that's PayPal, cash, or credit card. So we will expect one of these three types for our payway. Okay, so intersections. Uh, when we expect all of the types for variable, we use intersections. We denote intersections using this ampersand sign. Here we can see this in our example that we have declared two interfaces, that an iname and iaddress, and for type person we are expecting the all properties from iname and the all properties from the iaddress interface, and this is called as intersection. Okay, so the classes and objects in a TypeScript. So a class is a blueprint for creating objects. A class encapsulates data for the object. We can create as many as we want instances from a class. Here we have created this person class using this class keyword and this parenthesis, and we have created one object from that person class using this new keyword here. Okay, so then we have static members in a TypeScript. Like ES6 includes static members, and so does the TypeScript. The static members of a class are accessed using the class name and the dot annotation, as we see here, and that too without creating an object. See, in our example we have created the circle class which has two static member, that is pi the number, and one static method, the calculate area, and we have accessed these two static members using this dot annotation, circle dot pi and the circle dot calculate area.